Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, my name is Sayyid Abdul Rahman. I'm student of grade 9 IDT School, the Haqqatul. Today we are going to solve question number 6 from exercise 1.3 and the chapter is number systems. Okay, now the question is, look at the several examples. Look at the several examples of rational numbers in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0, where p and q are integers with no common factor other than 1 and having terminating decimal representations or expansions. So can you guess what property q must satisfy? Now the question is simple. So we have to look at some examples like what are rational numbers. So rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in the p by q form, right? So p by q form, and where q is not equal to 0. So these are called rational numbers. So we need some examples of rational numbers with only common factor of 1, right? That is the question asking us. So we need the common factor of p and q as 1. So the common factor of both the numbers should be 1. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, so example we can take. Okay, now 2 by 5. Okay, so let's try 2 by 5. So they are asking us the terminating decimal expansions, right? Terminating decimal presentation means that can have the remainder 0. So that can the division expansion that can end. Okay, now let's take 2 by 5. Okay, 2 divided by 5. Okay, so 2 is smaller than 5. We will do the normal division. Take here 20, and now 20 divided by 5 is 4. Subtract it, we get the answer as the remainder as 0, and the quotient is 0.4, right? So is equals to 0.4. Now this is the terminating decimal expansion of 2 by 5. Now can we take 5 by 2, the reciprocal? Yes, let's try. 5 by 2. Okay, now let's divide it. Okay, 5 divided by 2. Now 2 2s are 4, so we can take 4, and here we can take 4. Okay, now subtract this, we get 1. Okay, now we are getting 1, so we can take a point, right? So 2 point. Now we will have 10. Now when we have 10, so 2 5s are 10, right? So 2 5s are 10. 5. Then we can subtract it, we get the remainder as 0. Okay, so this is how we can find the decimal expansions, right? So this will be equal to 2.5. Okay, now can we do 3 by 5? Yes, we can. Let's take one more example, 3 by 5. Okay, now the division for this I am going to do here. So 3 divided by 5. Okay, so we don't have anything, so 3 is smaller than 5, we will take point, 0 point. Now we have 30, right? So 5 into 6 is 30. So we can take 0.6. This will be 0, the remainder will be 0, right? Okay, now we have 0.6 as the question. Okay, now we have found some examples of the terminating decimal expansions, right? The numbers that has their common factors as only 1. Okay, now we have one more question. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? So that is our main question. So I will write the question after erasing this. I will give the answer to that question after erasing this. So let me erase this. Okay, so now I have done some examples of the question, right? Of the rational numbers which have only the common factor of 1, and they are terminating decimal expansions. Okay, now the question was, can you guess what property q must satisfy? Okay, now the answer is q must satisfy the factors of 2 and 5. Did you understand? So Q must satisfy the factors of 2 and 5, because 2 and 5 are some prime numbers, right? And so it will have only one common factor, that is 1. So that will be the factor, right? So that will be the factor that only that factors only Q will satisfy. Okay, so now for example, let's take 5 by 3. Now can we solve 5 by 3? Let's check the decimal expansion. 5 by 3. Okay, so 5 inside, 3 outside. Okay, now let's take 1. This will be 3. Now we have 2, right? So 2 is smaller than 3. Then we can take a point. Now we have 20. So 3 into 6 is 18. So 1.6. Now we have 18 again. And now again we are getting 2. Then let's take 6 again by putting a 0. Now we have 18 again. Again we are having 2. So this means that some kind of examples are non-terminating, non-recurrent. Okay, so these were some examples and the answer for the question number 6 of exercise 1.3. Now we are going to solve question number 7 in our next video, inshallah. Till that, assalamu alaikum.